friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we have a bunch of trash to discuss, so I will leave timestamps down below, and we'll start with my largest category, which is all things bathroom-esque, meaning skincare, hair care, body care, the whole 9 yards. Let's go ahead and start with the set of items that I have here. My shampoo and conditioner from Formulate. I talked about the Formulate company in a beauty review that I did over the summer after I came back from my Italy trip, but essentially, like the name says, they formulate the shampoo and conditioner for your particular hair needs. I loved these. I also really loved how long they lasted. I pretty much have only been using this set of shampoo and conditioner, I want to say since like June maybe, and now we're talking it's the beginning of October and I just ran out of them. I also basically used them up at the same time. I was a little bit ahead of the game on the conditioner, but the shampoo didn't linger for weeks afterwards after finishing the conditioner, so I'm really happy with this. I do have drugstore shampoo and conditioner in the hoarding closet to use up first, but I'm not ruling this out as a repurchase for me. I have a bunch of Summer's Eve wipes. I have the Blissful Escape Cleansing Cloths. These are so fragranced, it's almost overwhelming. So if you don't like really heavy fragrance, I would not recommend these. They worked as wipes, but the fragrance was very aggressive. I also then, before going out and purchasing another pack, I thought I would just use up these individual wrapped ones. I originally bought a box of these with the intent to travel, but I just find that when I travel, I tend to shower pretty frequently just because I feel cleaner, and so I don't need wipes like this for traveling. So I just used them all up. I feel like they're huge for an individual wipe. Like if these weren't individual wraps, I would have cut them in half, but I wasn't gonna go through all that headache. So one of these cloths will be able to like cleanse your entire body. Not that you need that because it's just so big. But I will say that they were nicely saturated and individually packed. They had really good moisture and they didn't dry out at all. I've had these for like a year and a half, so happy to use these up. Now ready to buy an actual pack. I have these godforsaken Q-tips. I can't stand these. These are the Ulta Beauty cotton applicators. I had tossed this into an order to like set myself over the $50 threshold for free shipping, and I automatically don't love this design of the point and the paddle. I'd prefer to have the points, but here's what I'll say. These are like weapon-like. I intentionally saved one just to talk to them about you. The point of this is so like sharp and hard and unforgiving that it hurts. And the way I use these is I dip these into just regular like micellar or makeup remover, and I clean up my under eye area in particular. I tend to be like messy with mascara, and like I tend to have some kind of powder fallout. If I made the mistake of jabbing myself with this, it would like make my eyes water, and I couldn't even like rub like this. It was so, the tip is so hard that it hurts so badly. Like I can't with these. These are awful, would not recommend. I love the like Q-tip version of these, Q-tip brand version of these. They are not deadly pointy weapons, but Ulta failed miserably at these. I also have a couple of samples. I have the Malin and Getz, or Goats, I don't know how you pronounce it, Rum Body Lotion, nothing to write home about, and the Peppermint Shampoo. Peppermint Shampoo I liked the smell of, and I'm at the point now where my scalp is a little bit drier now that we're into the drier, you know, New England months, that I feel like this would have been nice, but I don't think I need to buy this brand of shampoo. I feel like I can get other cheaper alternatives. I have my Wave Spray. This is what I use to get my hair to look like this. I used up another bottle of this stuff, which the hair curling season has lasted a lot longer than I anticipated. Really, that is a testament to the fact that it's been much more like humid and wet during the fall than it normally is, and it's just easier sometimes to put my hair in this format. So another one bites the dust. I only have one more of these, and then I've depleted my entire summer stock. I have the Gummy Ship Jelly Soaps from Fortune Cookie Soap. Much like the other jelly soap that I had, I do not understand this as an item, as a body care. I just don't get it. These at least were cut up into cubes and smelled like delicious orange jello, but I just don't feel like it's as great as bar soap, nor is it, worth the price. I would just rather have a bar of soap, so I wouldn't get these again, wouldn't recommend. I have 2 Sephora overnight masks. I have the Rose Sleeping Mask, which is supposed to be for hydration, and then I have the Pomegranate Sleeping Mask, which is for anti-fatigue and energizing. First off, I do not sincerely know how these are meant to be for a single use, because as an overnight mask, you're not supposed to like glob it on super heavy. So I do not understand the packaging of this, because there's no way it can be a single use. Like if there's a person out here who's using this for a single use, I would like to know how that's possible. I just don't understand the formatting. And so I used it multiple times. I used it as just like a regular hydration mask for both of them. Wouldn't recommend, wouldn't get these. The only reason why they were in my possession is at one point I bought one of their Holy Sheet mask like sets or collections, which I do think are a great bang for your buck, and I do think that they are a really good way to get a full smattering of their skincare line. However, I am not in the market to buy one of those, even though they're very tempting. These were in there, definitely not a selling point for me, and I'm not gonna go ahead and buy anymore. Keeping with Sephora sheet mask skincare stuff, I have a Rose hand mask. I desperately need to get back into using these. My hands are getting very dry, and it's only beginning of October. It's only going to get drier and colder as we progress into winter. This was nice, it was fine. Definitely left a lot of like remaining serum on my skin that I had to really rub in and wait a while beyond the 15 minutes where I could remove it. So definitely not like a morning thing, it's definitely more to me a night thing where you can let it really absorb over the course of the night. I have the Drunk Elephant Bestie No. 9 Jelly Cleanser. This came in the birthday set that I chose from Sephora. This broke me out. It was not kind to my face, so then I used it as a body soap. Definitely wouldn't buy it for body soap purposes, but I have to say, I just want to make a comment. At first, the packaging of this seems super sleek. Like, I was like, oh, it twists, you squeeze it, like, ooh, so exotic. Nope, here's my problem. It always, when I would twist it back up, would leave, case in point, you can see it here, there was like a little bit left in there. It would leave residue on the little cap. So to me, it feels like we're wasting product in that scenario, and for how expensive this is, I don't want to feel like I'm wasting product. So even if it had worked out for my skin, I probably wouldn't have purchased it just because of the packaging. I have an eye cream. It's the SK2 RNA Power Eye Cream Radical New Age. This is a mad expensive skincare line, and I don't know if it was this exact eye cream or just another eye cream that I had put on my, like, maybe if I'm desperate to like help counteract my dry under eyes, I will purchase it. And I gotta say, it didn't do it for me. I actually noticed, super like weird, that when I apply my under eye cream, I basically like come up to the bridge of my nose right here and I go back and forth. Well, as I was using this, I noticed that I got 2 bumps. I don't want to call them pimples because they didn't behave the way pimples normally would. It almost like, I don't know. I don't know what it was, to be frank. Maybe it was acne. I don't really know. But as soon as I stopped using this, those went away. It was the strangest, most bizarre thing. So for that reason alone, I wouldn't get this. But to be frank, it wasn't that great. Like, I didn't use it and think, oh my God, this is so amazing. And I mean, it was a pretty good pot's worth of eye cream. It wasn't like a one day and done. I think I used it for maybe 2 weeks straight, night and day. So you're talking 28 uses, and I just didn't feel like there was that big of a difference. And I know how expensive this stuff is, so I wasn't motivated to buy. Then there is the Pharmacy. This is the Honey Potion Hydration Mask. This, I feel like I've had 2 or 3 samples of this exact size before, and I want to say the first few times I used it, my skin responded so well to it, but much like the Drunk Elephant Baby Facial, this has just stopped becoming as effective. Like, the last time I used it, I was just sort of like, okay, cool. Wasn't amazing, wasn't bad, like, all right. Like, I just don't know what it is. I feel like sometimes my skin adapts very quickly to certain things, certain ingredients. I don't really know, but it was awesome the very first time I ever had a pot of this, but since then, I haven't really felt like this is like amazing. I have a lip balm. It's this Mox Botanicals lip butter, pomegranate and fig. It's one of those like dip pots, and even though I like dip pots for body lotion and for face cream, I don't really like it for lip products. So I used it, but it's nothing to write home about. I have this Burt's Bees Daily Moisturizing Cream for sensitive skin. Problem with this packaging, there was a lot of product left in here and the pump stopped pumping. I don't know if that's just because it was a sample size versus the full size. It wouldn't have done that. Don't really know, but that doesn't really impress me. And I also felt like it was a very thin moisturizer, and I don't have dry skin, but I just felt like it wasn't moisturizing enough for me, so wouldn't get. The last thing that I have is my Evology Intensive Blemish Serum. I have started a new journey in my life called keeping track of how long it takes me to use up staple skincare products. I'm really curious to know the actual longevity of how long skincare products last, to see basically roughly what would it cost for my skincare routine for a year. This I've always felt doesn't last me a very long time, but the problem is I have to always have 2 types of day serums and 2 types of night serums. I don't mean that I like constantly rotate back and forth. What I mean is that I can't do back-to-back bottles of this because it stops having an effect on my skin. My skin is very adaptive. So right now I've been doing the Evology and then a Murad one and then back to Evology. But the Murad one is like, I want to say 3 times bigger than this one. Maybe it's not. Maybe it just lasts longer. I don't know. But this is what I'm saying. Like, I want to be more educated on what my skincare routine costs and if there are other alternatives that I can find. I like this stuff. I really do. But I feel like it is hefty for how long it lasts. Category 2 will be makeup products. I have like a few, but not a lot at the same time. I have 2 of these setting spray samples. These were from Garnier. They were like the rose sprays, so obviously I was game to have them. I don't know. I feel weird about moisturizing setting sprays. I don't know if they're right for my skin needs. I don't know. So I used them and the sprayers were nice, but I have setting sprays that I need to use in my collection. In fact, there are 3 left in my collection that need using. So I think once those are gone, I might better decide where I want to head with my setting spray, but this wasn't so magical that I was like, I need to get this in my life now. I have a mascara that I started out hating and then fell in love with. It's the Essence Lash Princess False Effect Mascara. This I love. I love the handle. I love the wand. It started to flake on me, which is why I decided to call it a quits. This is definitely a mascara that you open it, wait like 2 weeks, and then it's the perfect level of dryness. Prior to that, it was way too wet, and that's why I didn't like it. Once it dried out, it gave my lashes, granted, I don't have super crappy lashes, but it gave my lashes like lovely length and like definition, but not like super wispy. Like it definitely clumped up my lashes in like the best way. So definitely recommend this. Next up, I have my Tarte Double Duty Shape Tape sample. I ended up using the sample light out of this little pill pack that I got. And here's where I'm at. The ColourPop concealer that I feel like I'm currently using is oxidizing, and I don't remember my other one oxidizing, and it's oxidizing in a way that is not a good shade for my under eyes. But I'm at this point where I literally have no other concealer, and I'm kind of like, I'm gonna stick with it and see where this goes. So I finally tried this, and I liked it. Like I did, I liked it, but I didn't feel like it was better than the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. Like I wasn't like, oh my god, this is so much better than that. I need to have this. And this stuff is pricey, and I feel like I've been hearing a lot about like moisturizing or hydrating concealers, and I feel like with my dry under eyes, that would be a recipe for success. So I think I'm more intrigued to try some drugstore ones. Like I've heard that the Makeup Revolution one is really good. If you've tried that, let me know your thoughts down below. But like, I liked it. I just didn't feel like it was warranting the hefty price tag. Last makeup item that I have is this epic fail. This is what feels like every shade of foundation that Jouer offers, and it's the Essential High Coverage Creme Foundation. It's matte, it's oil-free, Problem one, I swear I couldn't find a shade out of all of these. Couldn't find a shade for me, which, okay. And second, when I did apply, like I opened up a couple of these and applied them, it looked so heavy on my face. And I do not like a heavy looking foundation, and it was perplexing because the texture of this is so thin. So I don't understand how it looked so like heavy and unflattering. Like it just didn't look nice on my face. So I didn't even bother cracking into any more of these. I'm just gonna go ahead and say this one ain't for me. Let's talk nails. I have used a bunch of Impress nails. The first ones that I've used up are called Vamp It Up. They are a variation of what is on my nails. It was my second set, so the entire pattern is not replicated on here. I didn't have enough nails for that. But I think these are a nice neutral nail. These are some of like the original Impress nails. I've had these for literally years, and I finally started to use them up, I think last spring and now this year. They're nice. I don't think I can get this pattern anymore. I haven't seen these in stores for a really long time. Then there is this one called Static Cling. I'm pretty sure these are still on the Impress website. They're a beautiful, like shiny gray color, and then you can see here they have like a granite marble. I just love these. I love the look of these. I really love like a bluey gray type of nail. I have a lot of nail polishes like this color too. So really happy with these. If I made another purchase on the Impress website, I would buy another box of these. Then we have these Kiss and Tell. Ooh, I'm starting to like matte nails a little less than the regular nails that they sell. A lot like the metallic nails or like their chrome nails. These show wear and tear, and the actual nail itself is a softer type of nail compared to this like shine. I don't know if shine's the right word, but a shine finish. So this was the pattern. I don't know, these were just okay. And I'm really starting to scrutinize the matte formula or like the matte version of their nails. I don't know, maybe I'm just getting picky in my 30s now, but I just wouldn't buy these again, wouldn't get them again. And then we have one of my favorites from Dashing Diva. These are called Daily Beauty. They are just these gorgeous, like taupey French silver nails. Absolutely love these. I've had easily 4 or 5 boxes of them, so that says a lot for me to keep rebuying them, but they're just one of my favorites. I really love the look of these on your nails compared to Impress. Like Impress nails look good, these look better. They're like a little thinner, a little bit longer like than the short version of Impress, but they just adhere really nicely to your nail, so really do love these. Then we've got 2 nail glues. It's the Kiss Brush On Nail Glue. One of these I can no longer open, and the other one I put some nails on with it, and then they immediately popped off, so that's no good either. Last category we have are wax products. I have one candle, that was awful. This is the Trader Joe's Vanilla Pumpkin Scented Candle made with natural soy wax blend, lead-free cotton wick. And you know, I feel like people around are very much like, soy candles are the best. They're the most amazing. They're good for the environment. Get a soy candle. And there's like Trader Joe's being like, look at us. We have a candle. Try it. Use it. Like it. Love it. So I, being the sucker that I am, bought 2. I have this one in Vanilla Pumpkin, and then I have this one in Vanilla Pumpkin, and then I have one in my closet. This smells exactly like Bath & Body Works Vanilla Pumpkin, but would you look at this burn? It's awful. And this is a metal tin, so this should really heat up and melt. In fact, I was nervous about it being metal because I thought like, oh, it's gonna get really hot on my counter. No, that did not happen. Had 0 scent, terrible burn performance. I want my $4 back, Trader Joe's. I have another one not burned in my closet, but I'll keep it, I'll burn it. It'll probably be terrible, but save your money. Don't get these. They're terrible. I also have an unfinished wax cube. It's from Up North Creations, Apples and Oak. I smelled this on cold, and I like it. I like it on cold. However, when I melt it, it starts to smell like hairspray. Very strange, not like apples or oak. So I couldn't even finish it. I was like, nope, dumped it out, got new wax in there, and then I was like, I can't finish this cube. I'm so sad. I feel like I have a lot of Up North Creations wax, and I very rarely, if have ever, enjoyed my experience with them. I don't know what it is. Then we have the Fortune Cookie Soap Second Breakfast Wax Tart. Their wax tarts are really finicky. I would say if you're gonna buy wax from them, I would buy it in scoopable form, and I don't really like scoopable wax. I think that that is also high maintenance, but these wax cubes are so hard to break out of here, and it doesn't matter how fresh or how old the wax is. It's just, I think, the way they formulate it. But aside from that, good scent performance and good scent throw. I liked this scent a lot. I bought it in a bunch of formats, so I'm sad it's gone, but I find that their wax is just too high maintenance. I just don't like it. Then I've got two from Sensationals. We have Girlfriend Night, which is Bubbly Berry Bliss. This was lovely. Yeah. It's like a fragrance, like perfume. Obviously it's a fragrance. It's like a girl's perfume. Basic, but I loved it. Good performance, good longevity. On the flip side, though, I have what I believe is some of the oldest wax from Sensationals that I own, and it's in Cider House Donuts. It was like hard to break out, and it like felt like hardened wax, like it was maybe a stem from being, expired, but didn't have great scent performance. I do recall, though, that even when it was fresh, it didn't have great scent performance, despite how delicious and strong it smells on cold. So I wouldn't recommend it if you see it in your Walmart aisle. And the last one that I have is from Better Homes and Gardens. It's Pear Blossom Tea. This was nice. Oh yeah. That blossom fruit note, I like it. I'm also a sucker for all things pear. So I was a big fan of this. It's definitely a one and done for me. I couldn't go back to back or binge it. If it was out next spring, I think this when this came out was in the spring, I would get it again. But again, it would be like once a year. I wouldn't be able to do multiples of it back to back. So I enjoyed it. Again, good scent performance, good scent throw. If you're somebody truly who really wants to get into the wax game and you don't want to have to wait a long period of time to get wax from like a third-party vendor, you should still order from them. But in the meantime, Walmart has really good wax, and it's $2, I think, maybe $3. I don't know, maybe not that high, but it's relatively inexpensive. So I have more hits than misses with both Better Homes and Gardens and Sensationals, and I'm really trying to melt a good bit of the wax that I have from both of these brands, because for a while I was getting them and melting them, and then I got, sucked into the third-party vendor world, and there was good wax there too, but I want to not neglect these as often. So there it is. Those are my thoughts. That is my trash. I hope you guys enjoyed hanging out with me for a little bit, and I will talk to you in my next video real soon.